Promoter Oscar De La Hoya says he wants Canelo and Jaime Munguia versus the twin Charlo brothers in the future. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing if you want to become part of the gang. Notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Now, Oscar De La Hoya, he did an interview I seen on FightHype. Shout out to them. Link in the description. And he's in town in Texas for the Jaime Munguia card. And I want to read a quote from him and give my thoughts. In that interview, Oscar De La Hoya says, one of the problems with these young fighters winning world titles at such a young age, a lot of the fighters aren't ready to fight the very top, the very best. Jaime Munguia, the fact that he's 21 years old, we have big plans for him, but first things first, we want to make sure he gets the experience. We want to make sure that he's solid at 154, and then we fight one of the best. De La Hoya went on and continued by saying, Takashi Inoue, I don't know how difficult he's going to be. I don't know if Munguia is going to lose or win. It's going to be a great fight, but I have bigger plans for Jaime Munguia. I have plans, for instance, imagine Canelo fighting one of the Charlo brothers, Jermall, and imagine Jaime Munguia fighting the other, Jermell Charlo. That'll be a great card. That'll be a solid card. That'll excite the people. Obviously, first things are first. Canelo has Jacobs in May. Jaime Munguia versus Inoue this Saturday. I'm sure the Charlos have their plans, but that's what I'm envisioning for the future of boxing, putting the best against the best each time. Now, I will say this. Sounds absolutely amazing as a boxing fan. Charlo, Jermell, and Jermall, one fighting Jaime Munguia, presumably Jermell, since he's at 54, where Munguia fights, and obviously Canelo fighting, which really is mandatory, Jermall Charlo. That would be a huge card. I think put it in Texas. That makes sense. Jaime Munguia is fighting in Texas this week, and Canelo does good numbers in Texas. Charlos are from Texas, so it sounds like, you know, even stomping ground. Canelo's really popular. He did like 51,000 seats with Liam Smith from the UK. So I want to say it sounds great. It sounds absolutely wonderful. And, you know, I have no complaints if they make that. However, I will say this, you know, I have to see that to believe it, you know, because that's like that's like a boxing fan's wet dream, like a card that we haven't seen anything like that, you know, and especially I have questions with DAZN. You know, I get it. They're putting on a good fight with Daniel Jacobs, but I heard the undercard, they're trying to put David Lemieux versus somebody, and then it wasn't even really a big name. And with them, at least Canelo or DAZN saying that they're eliminating pay-per-view, I would want to know if they could put together something of that magnitude. Canelo versus Jermall Charlo and Jaime Munguia versus Jermell. And the other thing, the reason I'm not going to get too overly excited is because I don't know much about Inoue. I know about the monster Inoue at Super Bantam, but I don't know about this Inoue that Munguia is fighting. So he's still developing. I don't know enough about his opponent to even give a fight prediction. But as far as Canelo, he already has a fight booked against Daniel Jacobs, who's definitely no pushover. So I don't want to get ahead of myself getting hyped on something just based on what Oscar De La Hoya said for that reason, out of respect for their upcoming opponents. Beyond that, this is coming from De La Hoya, who's not, you know, in charge of the careers of Jermell and Jermall Charlo. So we'd have to see it, because it didn't sound like the Charlos were too keen on fighting on DAZN. Canelo is exclusive to DAZN. So, you know, this could be an instance of really clout chasing and De La Hoya mentioning the names, but is it really logical? Is it really feasible? We don't really know that. You know, they're going to have to come to grips. Showtime or Fox have been showing the Charlos, and Canelo, he's now on DAZN exclusively. So I'd have to see them put together a card of this magnitude, you know, especially when it's not mandatories. Now, sometimes when we're dealing with mandatories, maybe that changes. Like they were going to do Demetrius Andre versus Billy Joe Saunders because Andre was Saunders' mandatory. So you have Frank Warren, a Frank Warren fighter, Saunders getting ready to fight a DAZN fighter in Andre. And it looks like that fight got ordered, so it looks like they're going to fight. You know, they should be fighting, hopefully in this year. So, again, I'm not going to get too far ahead of that. It sounds epic. If you know, Canelo, his resume would be utterly ridiculous. If he gets past Jacobs and then goes after Jermall Charlo, I mean, this is like pure legacy stuff. You know, he already has a good resume with Floyd and 2 Triple G fights. Now, you know, if he gets past Daniel Jacobs, things like that. So if he's not playing no fucking games. If he goes after Jermall Charlo, he would get all the props in the world. But again, it sounds a little too good to be true. If it happens, I'll give it full credit. It's epic, it's dope. But, you know, I don't really have much to say beyond that until I see it. Let me know what you guys think. I think it would be great for boxing, as De La Hoya said. But again, that sounds a little too good to be true. And we'd have to see what the Charlos have in store and what their plans are. Make sure you smash the like button as always. Hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video is Ego. Signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.